Okay, we're back. I'm going to start training some evocations because we're going to take out TRJ eventually, and I think that the way we're going to do that is through a lot of evocations. Or at least with Phantom Mirror, and we'd like to have just a little bit of training there. Whoa, hold on. You hear coins being counted. There's a bazaar right there. We don't have much in the way of gold. Well, first of all, let's put on Trog's hand. Kill this stuff real quick. Okay, now let's go ahead and check this out. Books we don't need. Some rings. Okay, so really it's just rings. We have Pro Fire and Pro Magic. And our core. We don't need any of this. We're wearing Faith, so we don't need any amulets. Yeah, this is all kind of superfluous. I'm gonna pick up See Invisible. That might be handy to have. But that's about it. I guess right there anyway. Of course, I didn't need See Invisible to kill that. Oh, okay. Trog just gave us, is that Sharnga? Oh, right, they changed the name to something stupid. I'm pretty sure this used to be named Sharnga. It's based on a Hindu, I think Hindu myth. Anyway, yeah, +8 speed. We now have probably the best weapon in the game. We can drop this longbow velocity. We can turn off scrolls of enchant weapon if they're not already turned off. Wow, that's unbelievable. What a great find. Trog gifted it to you. Well, thank you, Trog. Okay, well, we have a speed longbow. We're officially even more overpowered. Basically hasted all the time. Well, we're basically finessed all the time. I don't know if that's exactly right, but it's close enough. Honestly, wasn't expecting Trog to give me anything with speed, let alone an unrand, but, you know, I can't complain. That's pretty awesome. I even get See Invisible out of that. For free. Okay, go down to volts 2. as well finish out fighting, I guess. We're not terribly defensive still, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh no. Oh no. Heal wounds. Try to walk away. My brothers in arms. Oof. Heal wounds one more time. Wow, that's rough. A lot of damage. Should surprise no one. I'm at 19 AC and like 6 EV. So, I mean, of course my defenses are going to be kind of garbage, or my damage intake is going to be kind of garbage. Still wearing that Scarf of Cloud immunity. It's kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. A big volley of Yaktar bolts is not going to work out well for this character. You know what? Why don't we just reset? Okay. We definitely want to reset that. Step away from the lich. Oh wow, what am I doing? I need to be Trog's handing. There we go. That could have been bad. We could have been paralyzed there. Bunch of free arrows. Awesome. Okay, we'll head down. Not a whole lot to talk about when you're just pressing O and tabbing unless things go south. Yeah, we take out the... Wanted to take out the Deep Elf Knight quickly. We haven't done Elf yet, by the way. That's definitely an option. We can tear through that place, probably. One-shotting most of the things in there. What is happening? What is happening? I just got Oh man, that's literally the best possible longbow. I guess it could have even better, like even better side stats, you know, resistances and things, but even those are really good. Comes with our lack. We now have a plus 12 speed bow, putting us at, let's see, how much haste? 5 from the gauntlets, 5 from the chainmail, so 10 plus 12 is 22. So that's pretty good. Unbelievable. It just feels like cheating. I mean, we're already playing probably the best race in the game, or one of them. Oh, keep getting decks. Eventually I am going to train dodging. You'll see. Distant wind. Little magic map for that. I can tell by the floor that that is where the desolation is. So we're going to go over there. Sweet. Fighting mastered will train evocations, dodging, and armor. "17 scrolls of teleportation." It's kind of neat. Alright, this should be easy enough. We have our lack. We can 1 or 2 shot everything in here. Robe of the Night. Alright, I should be killing this first. Robe of the Night, huh? Permanent darkness. You know, that's not something that we want. Even though that's a really neat thing to have. Robe of Night is something you want to wear on just about any caster, in my opinion. Unless you've got, like, level 9 spells and you're trying to use something like Firestorm and Shatter, or anything where you want to use stuff from the edge of line of sight. But otherwise, did I say caster? I meant any character, really. Anything that's not trying to attack from the edge of line of sight, because less line of sight means less monsters on the screen at the same time, means less ability for extended threats to get in your way. Like, you can only be tormented so many times, you know, if your line of sight is like several units smaller. Well, this is strictly better for MR. And that's strictly better for See Invisible. More Slay, although we don't need it. RC minus, and MR plus, and R core on the same ring. Probably not going to end up using that, but we will tote it out of here. Unbelievable how powerful this character is. This is... I would honestly challenge any character or any player to lose on this character. This is just too good. I mean, you would have to be almost trying to die on this character. Oh wow. RF+++, huh? Dex -5. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Let's drop paralysis. Let's drop this dagger of venom. I have no idea why I've been carrying it this whole time. We're gonna bring this amulet with us, but I'm not necessarily gonna use it. I saw artifact plate mail. I actually want to check this out. Well, it's really good plate mail. We're not going to use that, though. I'd rather have the Slay +5 on a character that's using longbows. Maybe that'll come back to haunt me later. We'll see. Okay. So that's everything. Still no barding. But I mean, can I complain? Can I complain about anything on this character at this point? I don't know. I don't think so. Alright, we're gonna drop this amulet. I don't think that I want to turn off Faith just yet. Possibly even ever, but RF+++ is hard to turn down from a single item. I mean, that is incredible. Even if it does nuke my dex and my slaying, I still have so much extra slaying. It's like I'm not losing much by having that. I think that once I have a ring that's a little bit better, something I would want to swap onto the Ring of Profire slot, that's probably the point where I'll wear that amulet. But right now, there's really no reason I would swap that off unless I go somewhere without any fire damage, such as slime. Let's see if we can kill this guy. And we tab him to death. How about this one? Well, this dude makes some friends, so let's wander off. Now he's alone again. Oh, can hit for 50 damage. That surprises me. I guess I thought that my damage would be bad because of, I'm using a bow and it's a melee. I was under the impression that it worked differently, but that's good to know for the future. Come on. Yeah, Mara doesn't want to kick the bucket. There we go. Just had to wait for a good engage. Oh, hello. EV plus 8. Well, I guess we found the thing that we want to swap off for. That is a huge boost to my defenses. Drop faith. Cool. We are RF+++. Didn't even realize I was on Vaults 4 yet, but I guess I am. Let's drop some of these wands. We're really carrying too many. I could definitely... Oh, I have some books too. And a manual I don't want. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, our defenses are pretty slow going at the -3 apt, but do we need defenses? Okay, so let's think about this. Yeah, okay, so when I go to slime, which I'm about to do, I'm gonna use Phantom Mirror, and I'm gonna use Scroll of Summoning, and I guess I'll use a haste. Why don't we enslave some of this stuff? Man, I'm gonna have to use a blinking. Yep. It's a little awkward. But I failed the enslave twice in a row, so I didn't have a choice. Now we don't have our core on all the time down here. I could swap on, but I really just don't think it's necessary. Oh. No, we don't want that on. Ah, come on. kill the Shining Eye first. Just want some arrows back. Thank you. Now we'll go down. We're of course diving. Okay. This is a bit packed. Let's see if we can find something less congested. And we do. Here we are. 2 Shining Eyes, unfortunately. I'm just gonna fire. Somehow we kill both and suffer no consequences. Oh, there's TRJ. I don't want to fight him out in the open. I actually want to fight him with him next to me. We're going to use a throwing net, and we're going to get him in the hallway and have him surrounded by all manner of nastiness, so that we can take him out pretty cleanly, not have him running all over the place. Unfortunately, the floors are a little awkward. Okay, fine. I guess I'm gonna have to... See, I don't want to walk... I don't want to go to that same staircase I was in before because it just had too much stuff on it. So we'll just dig a tunnel. Grab a wand of digging real fast. Nice. Not gonna fight him just yet. Keep clearing this out. Okay. Wow, we kill things so fast. We can just tab the Shining Eyes really and not even worry about any kind of fancy tricks to avoid getting mutated. I find that kind of amusing. Alright. As much as I don't want to waste my haste, I'm going to use it. Go down here. Use might. Oh wow, we only had the one. Use agility. Use resistance, of course. Pull him back a little bit more. A little bit more. I'm going to use vulnerability. Since he's vulnerable, the Phantom Mirror will last longer. Unfortunately, we can't. Well, no, we can enslave him. That's interesting. We're not going to try to go that route, though. Although, I guess we could. Wow, it worked. Okay, sorry, I'm cracking myself up here. So I enslaved him, and then I just put him in the cloud of negative energy, which I made with my own wand of clouds. And now he's gonna spawn a bunch of dudes that are going to proceed to attack him. This is probably really dumb, what I'm doing here. I should have just used the normal path for this, but like I should have just used Scroll of Summoning and whatnot, but I mean, it worked out. That was a fun, exciting, and semi-new way to take care of the problem. Just a little bit surprising that it worked on the first try. 16%. Okay, RC plus, we don't need it. Zot trap. Definitely don't need to step on that. Get a lamp of fire, cool. Okay, let's try every single artifact. Because, well, as you know, I want some minus Tela for Zot if possible. Well, I guess you might not know that, but I always look for it. And for Elf 3. Elf 3, really any branch end, you would like to have minus Tela. If I could get a ring of minus Tela every single game, I would love that. It's the best slot for it, in my opinion. On a weapon, it's a little bit awkward because you really don't want to have to turn your weapon off, but on a ring, it's fine. It swaps on quickly. Well, actually, no, I guess it's okay on a weapon, too. Well, the reason why I don't like it on the weapon, I'll tell you, is if it's not on the weapon you actually want to use, then you can't really keep it on all the time, can you? Just trying this thing I wanted to buy on. It's not good. Yes, I'll take what's in the shopping list. Okay. So we've done vaults 1 through 4. We've done slime. We're only 35 minutes in, so why don't we keep going? as strong as the character is, I don't think I want to take it into Faults 5. I suppose I could. Yeah, I suppose I could. I do have RF+++. So I could at least emulate the entrance for fun and games. See how that works out for me. Wow. Yeah, RF+++. This will be fine. It's funny how I can kill things so quickly with the bow. We want to focus on that ogre mage, actually. Okay, here's the chain reaction. The meme strategy. I don't pretend that it's optimal. It is fun, though. Wow, even the golden dragon was eating some damage there, even though he's resistant. Whew. Some real explosive power here. Oh wow, I can be paralyzed. Let's use Trog's hand. I guess I'll just keep fighting here until a guy shows up. Vault Warden. These double smites, though. Triple, even. Let's pull this thing up. So that was something. Got a hatch. Let's I guess let's go down the hatch. Maybe we'll find a barding in here. This is not the worst place to fight. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Well, there's the rune too. Probably lured half the thing out of this corner, half the things out of this corner, that is, directly to the center with all that noise. Nice. Alright, we don't want to disturb the center party just yet. Could be quite a lot. Let's just travel along the edge. Nice. Nothing can really even slow me down. As long as it's only coming a couple, 2, 3, 4 things at a time. Guess that shouldn't surprise me considering the kind of equipment I'm wearing. Wow. This character is just silly. Like, just really way too strong. I'm not even going to swap off Trog for the win. I could go ahead and do Extended, honestly, very, very easily on this character. I'm not going to. These Berserkers are generally meant to show a standard game, something that a newer player would be likely to do. I think that a lot of newer players get bogged down in the idea of doing a 15 rune game, but the reality is that they don't pull it off. They end up disappointing themselves when they go to do it after getting 3 runes for the first time, when they should have just ascended. I do think it's funny, there's like this, in this game, there's like this sort of, there's this kind of bell curve looking thing where at first you're like, oh, I really want to do 15 runes. And then once you can do 15 runes, you're like, okay. And then you're like, well, a little bit after that, once you're good at doing 15 runes, you don't want to do it anymore at all because it's mostly just more tedious than fun. Hey, minus Tella, so we have a swap on for that. Nice. Unfortunately, we don't really want to be wearing that on ZA 5 since it takes away our RF+++. We can just swap it on whenever we see one. An orb of fire, I mean. Really nice amulet. But we won't be using it. Yeah. No need for that. Manual of armor. Well, it's a bit pricey, or else I would have bought it immediately. Can't afford just yet. Okay. Volts 5 is done. Barding status, non-existent. Do we want to do elf? Well, we're still only 43 minutes into the video. So let's do elf. We get the final treasure pile that we'll be getting this game. And maybe we'll finally get that barding. Well, we don't, you know, we really don't need it to win. That seems to be pretty clear. Maybe should have done elf first instead of vaults. Just a thought. Do I want to emulate this stuff? Nah. Save emulation for the main vault. I may use it in there, depending on how bunched up things are. Interesting ring, but we don't need it. go to Elf 2. We, of course, have absolutely no reason to go into the Hall of Blades, so I'm not even going to bother. Even though it's not like it would really be a challenge on this character, there's just no reason to waste the time. Now, I shouldn't get too excited. It's definitely still possible for me to have a problem versus the demonologists and their summons. Still possible for me to die to Annihilator if they get a couple LCSs on me. Wow, 2 manuals of armor for sale. One significantly cheaper than the other, but both still well out of my price range. Okay. I will wear the Minus Tella. Even if it does mean I have no RF for this. We'll swap back on here in a minute. We got the Obnoxious Vault too. My least favorite, Elf 3. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and use this. It's not very likely that these last few steps will have a teleporter. Okay, cool. Easy enough. Wow, sure I'm missing a lot. I do have regen, which is nice. Makes me able to do this a little harder. Can just stand here all day and fire. And if I get hurt a little bit, regen ensures that it won't take too long for me to get that back. This is indulgent, I guess would be the word. This whole run is really, don't have another word for it. I mean, I really shouldn't be able to do this stuff. Oh, hey. Damnation, which used to be called Hellfire. Very, very excellent crossbow. If I had found that early, there's no question that I would be using it. It's essentially guaranteed damage against anything that's not immune to Hellfire, so really good stuff. We're not going to be using Amulet of Air today. Because inaccuracy on this character sounds like a really bad thing. Oh man. Black Knight's Horse barding. Well, it'll make us slower. gives us RN plus, and it gives us an insane amount of AC, and it gives me R poise as well. Invalidating, or obsoleting rather, this ring to a degree. No, it's not worth taking off until I have. I'll swap it for the RC minus ring, but only once I have another pip of RC somehow, so probably won't. This will probably be what we end with. I guess it's possible I'll find some truly awesome helmet or cloak if the game wants to spoil me even more. 3.4, 4.2. Yeah, so I still move faster than a regular character. I take 0.8 instead of 1 to move. What is it usually? It's 4.1. Okay, usually it's 0.7, so it's kind of funny that we're still much faster than a regular character. Chainmail of the Villain, Black Knight's Horse Barding, so we've got a theme going at least. Gauntlets of War. Wow, this character is just, it's just good. Alright. Alright, we've pretty much come up on an hour here. So I'm gonna stop here. But next time honestly, I think we're gonna slam right through the depths, go right into Zot, clear it, ascend. Seems pretty straightforward, seems pretty easy. So until then, I'm signing off.